Speaking of crime, the Indian Embassy in the UAE warns of a new online scam. On the official Twitter account of the Embassy of India, Abu Dhabi, UAE alerted that there is a new online scam doing rounds, and this time it's under the name of the Indian Embassy in Abu Dhabi. Now, the diplomatic mission said fraudsters have been using the fake Twitter handle to an email ID to collect money from Indian nationals seeking help in traveling from the UAE back to India.
Insane. So in an advisory, the embassy said it's been brought to notice that some people are cheating innocent Indian nationals by sending messages and collecting money to arrange their travels from the UAE to India through a Twitter handle at embassy_help and an email ID of ind_embassy.mea.gov at protonmail.com.
Exactly. So do note that email IDs of all Indian missions and posts always end with the domain at mea.gov.in. All official email IDs, Twitter handles, and Facebook ID and telephone numbers are also mentioned on the embassy's official website. Please remain cautious and do not respond to such messages, and always double check email IDs and social media accounts to avoid getting cheated. It is so heartbreaking. Like, I'm sure anyone who is seeking help to go back to their country is probably in a very bad position.
You're in a position
already.
Where you need the help to get back home.
And like you're desperate, you want to go home, and like it's whatever your circumstances may be. And like at this point, like when someone's at their lowest, that's when you cheat them and work your fraudulent ways. It's just the highest level of disgust.
Yeah. With me, I think like the best course of action always is to go to the official website of the entity, whether it's the government or all these different visa places if you're traveling elsewhere, or legit places. Do your research on what the best approach is in terms of getting what you want, no matter what it is, not just necessarily traveling, but also the fact that someone's reaching out to you, that's super sus.
Yeah.
You remember back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, when people send you emails like, I'm the prince of this country and give me this much money and I've got you for life. Since that happened, I've always been sus about...
Oh, you got such an email?
I got it, my dad got it, a bunch of people in my life got it. So that always kept this thought in the back of my head. Go to official websites.
Yeah.
Don't trust anyone that reaches out to you, not even a prince. Unless it's on Instagram and there's a verification thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be super, super cautious on how to approach you getting what you want. It's not just necessarily traveling. If you're going to an entity for something, make sure it's the official website, make sure it's the official email ID that's on the website, or the phone number that's there, and make sure you just have everything in order.
Exactly. I mean, you and I, we understand this, we know this, but then blue-collar workers, domestic workers, they are not aware. So do educate those around you and let them know that, if you are doing anything to do with the embassy or anything online, just to be super vigilant. And before, the thing was, it's we had that lock that would come up in the URL
on the
bar.
web browser.
Yeah, so it's you knew it was secure and it was a verified account, where you could send your money and pay with your card. But now even the fraud websites have those locks to show that it's secure.
No way.
So it's so difficult to really make out which ones are legit, which ones are not, which ones are the scamsters. So always make sure that the website triple check anytime you are your money is involved, your credit cards, debit card details, your address, anything personal information is involved. You have to just be super vigilant and do your due diligence properly before, of course, entering your stuff.
Yeah, I think the saddest part is what you were saying at the beginning. It's just heartbreaking that these people they need the support.
Yeah.
And if you had the money to spend, you wouldn't necessarily think of all these things on how to you can just do it. But if you're going through entities and businesses, you want the help. You want to keep costs at a minimum, and you want to basically have the trip that's the most realistic to your lifestyle.
Exactly. Once, you guys, what happened was I cut my hair too short 3-4 months ago. Now it grew back a little bit. But at that time I was desperate to get hair extensions. So I was looking for affordable hair extensions online, went on this one website which I felt was sus, but it was like giving it to me at such a good price. And like, you know what? I am just gonna roll with it. Ordered a set of hair extensions. My money went. The extensions never came.
Stop.
And then after like a week, when I completely even forgot about my order, it's just like, oh, your order has been cancelled. Your money will be refunded within like 30 working days. Never got my money back.
Did you call the bank and
I did,
claim fraud?
and they're like, email the website, all of that. There are like certain processes in place, and I never got a reply, nothing. So
That's
it's just
so
like,
annoying.
I mean, it was a little
heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, but
I'd be so upset.
it was dumb of me, not to check, and like I should have gone on a proper verified website and like seen the reviews.
Yeah.
I did none of that. Just quickly placed my order.
I 100% used to be exactly like that, but like I completely disregard the fact that there's like reviews at the bottom of like Amazon and all these different platforms. To a point, I was sussed out by whether or not they're specifically keeping the good reviews.
Yeah.
But I guess not. On Amazon specifically, like it's all the reviews.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know if something of this sort has happened to you guys.